Hello nerds! You are about to see the most recent gaming and tech nerd news. For the full news show, then you can follow the top link there in the description, or, you know, if you're not on YouTube, youtube.com/generallynerdy, generallynerdy.net, so on and so forth. But let's jump into the nerdy news before we get too far ahead of ourselves. So let's jump into gaming and tech. We have a little bit of everything in here. So we're going to start things off with a tech follow-up. That tech follow-up has to do with Twitter Blue. We talked about this when they first announced that they were doing beta tests on it. It now seems that it is ready, at least ready enough to be rolled out in one of their biggest markets, and that is the US. So Twitter Blue, if you don't remember, is the Twitter subscription service, basically. You pay Twitter $3 a month. You get to scroll through your feed without any ads. You get to basically be a beta tester for things that they are potentially going to be rolling out in other areas, or, you know, you just get the perks for a little while and then they deem it not good enough for a mass rollout and then it goes away. But you become a beta tester. A couple of other minor things. You can change your theme. You can change how things are pinned on your personal feed. Fairly minor things that don't seem to be worth $3 a month, to me at least, but it is being rolled out to US users very, very soon. I did not see a date, but they kept saying very soon, so if I can find a date, I'll throw it up on the screen. Otherwise, we're moving on. Our next follow-up has to do with Back 4 Blood. We're not talking about how it's still being outdone by Left 4 Dead on Steam. That's kind of amusing, but that's not what we're talking about. What we are talking about is the DLC roadmap has been released, and you should be, if you're watching my face right now, should be seeing that on your screen. Oh, and it's pretty interesting. There's bug fixes are the big thing this month, and then next month we get some minor releases, and then in January we get new maps, new characters, and a bunch of other bigger things. Just a real quick update on the DLC there. That's what we've got. Let's move into news. So starting things off, we have a new League of Legends game coming. It's called Hextech Mayhem. This is going to be a rhythm-based platformer, I believe is what they described it as. It is going to be launching November 16th on all PC outlets on the Nintendo Switch, and then eventually, shortly thereafter, or sometime thereafter, because there's no release date for this part, will also be rolling out on Netflix mobile. So that's a thing that's happening. We have one other piece of gaming tech news, and that has to do with Amazon, and this one's a real quick one. Amazon has just announced that in 2022, at some point, again, very vague with these specifics, but in 2022, you will have the option to pay for your Amazon purchases with your Venmo account. Sure, okay, that was a thing that was needed, I guess. Either way, it's happening, and if you're excited about that, I think you need to get out more. But that's what we got for gaming and tech today, nerds. Once again, that was the gaming and tech. I know, my shirt keeps changing. It's so weird. Pre-recorded is a wonderful thing. Anyway, if you want to see the full episode, top link down in the description if you're watching on YouTube, or you can just check out youtube.com/generallynerdy. There is a bunch of other places you can find me, all of the social medias. Just look for the Nerdy Ninja. He is the logo, and that is the place to go find me, is wherever his face is. My face will be shortly behind. GenerallyNerdy.net is the website. Patreon.com/GenerallyNerdy to get behind the paywall and see all of the things. Thank you very much for joining me, nerds. Before we go, always remember that if it's generally nerdy, it's probably here.